Are you serious?
Hello, welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
This is the show where Sean and I scour the internet to find some funnies, find some funky, weird stories and have a chat and generally just kill some time, man. Look, me and Sean, we've known each other for most of our lives, like quite literally, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's one of my favourite times of the week, if I'm honest, bro. Just sitting down having a chat with you. Just it's your humility that I think really stands out to me.
It's hard
out of everything, innit? Yeah. But the fact that whenever I give you a compliment, you're always like, no, Marcus. No,
Hey, do you know the worst thing about it? I stopped myself just saying one of my dad's most annoying sayings, which is, it's hard to be humble.
One thing that my dad does as well, that I think your dad does too, is like, well done. Just says, well done.
Instead of thank you.
Yeah, well done.
That winds me up, you know.
Well done.
Well done. I'm looking at him, I'm like,
Yeah.
is sure that's what you're going with?
Yeah.
That's what you're going with?
On his birthday, I'll get him a gift. Like, here's some AirPods, Dad. Well done.
Hey, is that just like is that like a baby boomer generation?
It's that generation. It's that generation. You're welcome. You're most welcome.
Hey, I'm gonna start doing that.
Should we just start doing it with all the lads? We might do a little day trip because we usually do our yearly trip. I reckon we just start saying well done to everyone all the time. Yeah, do you want a drink? Get a beer and just say, oh, well done. Just keep doing it and see if it just starts seeping its way into the general conversation and chat.
I want to see people's faces the first time. Are they going to go, what?
It's amazing. Anyway, look, like I said, Sean and I, we scour the internet and we find some funny. So it's time for our first part of the week, Sean. And that is our jokes
of the week.
Would you like to start, Sean? Or shall I start?
Nah, you kick us off this week.
Okay, man. Yes. All right, bro. Jokes of the week. Got a couple of longer ones. And I have coming up for you, Sean, an onslaught of short.
An onslaught of short.
A combination of short jokes, which I'll just fire at you like a Mac 10 Uzi of horrible jokes. Assault rifle of horrible jokes. But I've got a few longer ones first. A woman and a man are getting intimate and the man takes off his top. The woman goes, "What a great chest you have." He tells her, "This is 100 pounds of dynamite, baby." He then takes off his trousers and the woman says, "Whew, what massive calves you have." The bodybuilder goes, "This is 100 pounds of dynamite, baby." He then takes off his underwear and the woman dashes out of the apartment that they're in and is screaming in fear. The bodybuilder puts all of his clothes back on and chases after her. He catches up to her and asks why she ran out of the apartment like that. The woman replies, "I was afraid to be around all of that dynamite after I saw how short the fuse was."
Oh, so savage.
I got there in the end.
I met a girl in a pub last night and we ended up going back to her place. After a few more drinks, we started kissing and having a bit of foreplay on the sofa. She looked at me and said, "Let's take this upstairs." I said, "Okay, I'll grab this end, you grab the other end."
Pivot! I like that. He's so innocent. All right, and this isn't. A man is in his final moments of life and asks his wife of 50 years, "Martha, soon I'll be gone and there's something I have to know. In all of these 50 years of marriage, have you ever been unfaithful to me?" Martha replied, "Well, Henry, I have to be honest with you. Yes, I've been unfaithful 3 times during these 50 years, but it's always been for a good reason." Henry was obviously hurt by his wife's confession, but he said, "You know what? I never suspected, but can you do me a good and tell me what you mean by good reasons?" Martha says, "Well, the first time was shortly after we were married and we were about to lose our house because we couldn't pay the mortgage. Do you remember that one evening we went to see the banker and the next day he notified you that your loan would be extended?" Henry recalled the visit to the banker and said, "I can forgive you for that. You saved our home. But what about the second time?" Martha said, "And do you remember when you were sick but we didn't have the money to pay for your heart surgery that you needed? Well, I went to see your doctor one night and if you recall, he did that surgery at no charge." "I recall that," said Henry, "and you did it to save my life. So of course, I can forgive you for that. How about the third time?" Martha said, "Do you remember when you ran for president of your golf club and you needed 17 more votes?" I love a little twist like that. Did you see that one coming?
No,
That was a good one.
No, I didn't. A guy goes to a party and meets a gorgeous girl in a wheelchair. They hit it off, and by the end of the night, they're both really horny. She tells him that she wants to go back to her place. When they arrive at the doorstep, she grabs a duffel bag that was hidden behind a bush and instructs the guy to take her to the back of the house. The guy's a little bit weirded out, but he obliges. When they get there, she starts undressing and pulls out a harness from the bag, instructing the guy to install it on the tree and help her to get into the position. They have weird but awesome sex, and when they're done, he lifts her from the harness, sits her on the wheelchair, and helps her inside her home. As he's walking away, the door opens again and he sees the father of the girl calling him. He starts walking a little faster, trying to get away from the angry dad, but he keeps calling him, and at the end he stops, bracing himself. The dad finally catches up to him and tells him, "Every Saturday morning, I wake up to my naked daughter hanging from a tree. I just wanted to thank you for helping her get inside the house."
Got him.
Did you see that coming?
I didn't see that coming. She did, though. A priest is in church placing prayer books amongst the pews when a man with no arms walks inside. The priest says, "Can I help you, my son?" The man says, "Father, it's been my lifelong dream to ring this steeple bell. I was wondering if you'd allow me the honour." The priest says, "Look, I'm fine, but I don't mean to be indelicate, but you haven't got any arms. How on God's earth would you pull the rope?" "Well, I think I figured that out," said the man. "So if you'd allow me to demonstrate, we can go and do it." "Very well," said the priest, and he led the man up the staircase to the steeple where the bell is. Without a word, the man bends back from his waist, bends right over and smashes his face into the bell. It lurches forward with a loud bang, but on the way back it hits the man and knocks him off the steeple and he falls all the way to the ground. The priest, in a panic, runs down the stairs and out the church doors where a small crowd was gathered. The priest looked at the man, who was clearly dead. Just then a fellow from the town looks at the priest and says, "Father, did you know this man?" The priest says, "I don't," but his face rings a bell.
Oh, did I not see that one coming? Damn it.
There's a part two.
What?
It's part two. The next day, a man walks into the church and says, "Father, it was my brother who fell from your steeple yesterday. All he ever wanted to do was ring that bell. I wonder, would you let me ring the bell in his honour?" The priest notices that this man also has no arms, so he agrees and leads him up the steeple. Once they get up there, without a word, the man bends back at his waist and slams his head forward just like his brother. The bell again goes bong, and on the recoil, it hits the man and knocks him off the steeple to his death as well. Once again, the priest is mortified and runs down the stairs to the street to where the townsfolk are gathering around the body. Once again, the same fellow looks at the priest and says, "Now, I don't suppose you know who this man is, Father?" The priest said, "I don't, but he's a dead ringer for his brother." It's horrible. Sorry, it's horrible.
It's brilliant.
It's horrible. I love it.
It also just tickles me when you can't get through a joke.
Bruv, it's just I'm just giggling at it. I was like, bruv, it's one of those ones when I read it, I proper had a little chuckle to myself. Yeah. I was just like, yeah.
Okay, this is a silly one. When I was 13, I hoped that one day I would have a girlfriend with big tits. When I was 16, I got a girlfriend with big tits, but there was no passion. So I decided I needed a passionate girl with a zest for life. In college, I dated a passionate girl, but she was too emotional. Everything was an emergency. She was a drama queen, cried all the time, and threatened suicide. So I decided I needed a girl with stability. When I was 25, I found a very stable girl, but she was boring. She was totally predictable and never got excited about anything. Life became dull. So I decided I needed a girl with some excitement. When I was 28, I found an exciting girl, but I couldn't keep up with her. She rushed from one thing to another, never settling on anything. She did mad, impetuous things and made me miserable as often as happy. She was great fun initially and very energetic, but directionless. So I decided to find a girl with some real ambition. So when I was 30, I found a smart, ambitious girl with her feet planted firmly on the ground. So I married her. She was so ambitious that she divorced me and took everything I owned. I am older and wiser now, and I'm looking for a girl with big tits. Oh, full circle.
Oh, full circle. It's the circle of life. All right. Daughter, Mum, I'm dating the neighbour next door. Mother, but he could be your father. Daughter, age doesn't count for me, Mum. Mother, I don't think you understand. Yeah.
A couple were spending the day out and they decided to stop at one of the rattlesnake farms along the way. After seeing the sight, they engaged in small talk with the man that handled the snakes. "Gosh," exclaimed the new bride, "you certainly have a dangerous job. Don't you ever get bitten by snakes?" "Yes, upon rare occasion," answered the handler. "Well," she continued, "just what do you do when you're bitten by a snake?" "Well, I always carry a razor-sharp knife in my pocket, and as soon as I'm bitten, I make a deep crisscross mark across the fang entry and then suck the poison from the wound." "What? Oh, what would happen if you were to accidentally sit on a rattlesnake?" persisted the woman. "Ma'am," answered the snake handler, "that will be the day I learn who my real friends are." Oh. Well, how would you start that convo? How?
So
We've been friends.
I've known you. I've known you for most of my life, right?
There's got to be a setup there, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, they say you're gonna laugh at this in the future sometime. You're gonna laugh at this.
Yeah.
Very far into the future.
But also, I feel like, however good friends you are with someone, you can't start the conversation with, "Would you suck my ass?" I think it's just a conversation ender. You go, "Wait, mate, wait."
Yeah. Sorry. The friendship would have to end. Whatever happens, the friendship ends. If nothing happens, the friendship ends because you're dead. Yeah. If the other person does that favor, you're not talking to each other again. How can you even look at each other in the eye? It's tough stuff. All right, Sean. Time for an onslaught of short. I'm going to hit you with a few.
Okay,
right?
okay.
What's the difference between a fridge and a butthole? Oh, we just talked about us.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a fridge and a butthole?
I don't know.
A fridge doesn't fart when you pull the meat out.
Oh wow!
What? This is a bit of a nerdy one, so this might not be as funny. Why are bad software engineers great at sex?
Don't know.
Because they need to do so many pushes and their releases are always delayed. No reaction, just
No, I'm just my brain's just going. Okay. Sorry.
We'll maybe not do that one. What do you call it when Albert Einstein gets a hand job?
I don't know.
A stroke of genius.
Oh, damn it.
Why does Ariel wear seashells as a bra?
Don't know.
Because B shells are too small and D shells are too big. Next to it, Mr. Francis walked into a bookshop and asked the clerk, "Do you have a new book on how to live with a small penis?" The clerk said, "I'm sorry, but I don't think it's in yet." Mr. Francis said, "Yes, that's the one." Doctor.
Oh, classic.
It's classic.
Classic.
Doctor, the problem is that you sit too much during the day. Me, I understand. Doctor, yes. Yes, you do.
That's a sick one.
There you go. That's what I was sort of
That's a
short,
sick
baby.
one.
There you go. There you go.
I haven't heard that last one at all.
It's a classic. I like it. It's a future classic.
It's a future classic.
It's a future classic.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
I'll kick off with this is a short one, but I've only got a single short one, and then maybe I'll go into a longer one here.
Yeah.
A woman went to a store and asked for a maternity bra. "What bust?" asked the saleswoman. "The bloody condom," she replied. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah. I like that. That is sick. That is actually sick. We've never done that one.
I don't think so.
That is sick. That's a sick one. I like that.
All right. A blonde woman is driving past a wheat field when she sees another blonde in the wheat field in a rowboat, just rowing like mad. She drives past, but as she gets further away, she becomes irate and drives back to the wheat field. She jumps out of the car and yells, "You know, it's blondes like you that give us other blondes a bad reputation. If I could swim, I'd come out there and kick your ass."
Oh, damn, son. That's a good one. I like it. Oh, man. I'm good, bruv. I'm out. Are you good?
Out.
Good for the week? Bro, we've got a lot to talk about. Yeah, go
I'm
on.
going to do one more because it would be a travesty.
A travesty.
If a certain someone doesn't get a mention.
Okay, let's do it.
A teacher asks her class for some examples of medicines they know. Little Harry promptly raises his hands and says, Tylenol for headaches. The teacher says, very good, Harry. Anyone else? Little Jenny answers from the back, Ambien. My mum tells me it helps her sleep. The teacher smiles and says, good job, Jenny. Then turns to her class and goes on. Listen, dear children, always be careful with medicines at home, okay? Now, does anyone else have another example? Little Johnny raises his hand slowly and says, Viagra for diarrhea. The teacher freezes for a second before the rest of his statement hits her and she stammers out, for diarrhea? Little Johnny explains, yeah. My mum keeps telling my dad to take it and it'll harden his shit up. Little Johnny! Oh,
Little Johnny, man. Look. And there you go. Those were our jokes
of the week.
Sean, that was a good selection there. Shout out to Little Johnny. Big honourable mention to him. If you do want to send us your own jokes, send them to jokes@howtokillanhour.com and you might make it into our
Punishment
episodes where we commit the crime of telling the jokes that you send in. And boy, this week there's some proper... It's rough, Sean.
Yeah?
It's rough out there. But speaking of our bits of the week, Sean, I think it's time for us to step into our news of the week, or our news
of the week.
Gonna need to get some new jingles. Sean, this is a new game I'd like to play with you, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, set up for this.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm ready. I think so. I don't know what the game is yet. I think I'm ready.
Okay. This is called Which one of these headlines is real? Let me do that properly. This is called Which one of these headlines are real? Walmart employees.
Wait.
Yeah.
So is there only one that's real?
One of these is real.
Oh, damn.
No, or pick the... No, sorry. Fake. Sorry.
Oh.
Which one of these is fake? I fucked it up.
Okay, do it again.
One of these headlines is fake. Which of these headlines are Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Which of these headlines are fake? Walmart employee share that there's no way that their 19-year-old co-worker locked herself in a walk-in oven and baked herself to death. New York State official sees Instagram famous squirrel named Peanut from its owner. Air Force overpaid nearly 8,000 times for soap dispensers on a military aircraft. Woman left disappointed after Northern Lights style Aurora turns out to be a local tomato factory. Prisoner put a pumpkin and a boiler suit stuffed with clothes in his bed to make prison staff believe he was sleeping and escape. Or man sets fire to car to get rid of his spider.
Okay, well, I already know some of these.
Yeah.
So, man and spider one,
Yeah.
true. Man and spider one, true.
Yeah.
Squirrel, I believe that this was the squirrel that was put down.
Sad story, bro.
Also, there was also another, and it had like 500,000 followers.
Mm.
Was that the same Peanut?
Was that Peanut, bro?
What's that Peanut? That was really sad.
Poor
He
Peanut.
like saved it and he tried to let it go and then it...
Oh no. Sure, I'm gonna have to push you for your answer. I see what you're trying to do there. You're trying to whittle it down, isn't it?
Is it the Walmart oven one?
Sean, I can actually tell you, because this is the first week that we've done this.
Okay.
This might be the first time that I do this. They're all true.
You guys, good. Do you know what I feel like the bit in Brooklyn when he goes, one of these is an inside of your desk and the other is a garbage dump in the Philippines, and he goes, they're both. He's
got me.
Oh, it's good.
What news story would you like to delve into, though, Sean? There's the Walmart employee locked herself and baked herself to death. There's squirrel a peanut. There's the Air Force paying 8,000 times more than they should for soap dispensers on a military aircraft. There's the tomato factory. The woman thinks it's the Northern Lights. There's the pumpkin in the boiler suit stuffed. There's like the prisoner that way.
That one I get. That one I'm like, that's...
You like it, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're in prison, you haven't got all that much to deal with. A pumpkin and I'm like, I think I need to hear about this person who cooked themselves.
Okay, all right. I mean, the prisoner escaped with the pumpkin as well. That's what I like.
Wait,
It's very
what?
angry. Yeah.
Wait, he took it with him? What?
No. No, he used the pumpkin to escape.
Oh, right.
But imagine being the police officer that gets, like, the prison guard that got fooled by it. You're going to get
duped.
ribbed,
He
bro.
got duped.
We're having pumpkin soup every lunchtime. Like, do some pumpkin soup.
It was more...
Happy Halloween, Harry.
I honestly thought that this guy, he was like, he came back to his cell to get his pumpkin. He was like, not leaving without.
I'm not leaving without you, Wilson. After all we've been through, man. Okay, cool. Walmart employee offers sinister explanation as co-worker is found baked to death in the oven. Other Walmart employees have suggested a chilling explanation to how a 19-year-old co-worker was locked in an oven and baked to death before being found by her now traumatized mum. Jesus Christ.
Wait, how did her mum found her at her job inside an oven?
We need to keep going. I need to keep reading, bruv, because I need to find out what's going on
here.
A Walmart employee has given a chilling explanation after a 19-year-old co-worker was baked to death in a walk-in oven. Last week, the remains of Miss Kaur, a resident of Halifax, Nova Scotia, was found dead at one of the superstore's appliances. In one of the superstore's appliances. In an effort to understand the nature of the gruesome murder, current and former staffers at Walmart have been weighing in about the evidence and about the appliance showing their inner workings of the superstore's bakery. In one video, a TikTok user called Chris Breezy, know who he's a fan of, explains that the oven she used whilst working at Walmart is turned on from the outside and the door handle was really hard to open. I don't even know if I would fit in there, she said. I'm 5'1", medium build. I would have to crouch down to get in. Breezy almost pointed out that there was an emergency latch located inside the oven. And there weren't any tasks required for a person to enter it physically. Sorry, I was just double checking.
What was the last bit?
So there is an emergency latch to get out
Okay.
if you're locked in, but there's no reason for them to go in there anyway. So when they say walk-in oven,
Have we got a picture?
you're so on it. These are the pictures that they've taken off TikTok. It looks like it's kind of like a phone booth sized oven. So not walking as in like this room.
It kind of looks like an entrance to a lift.
Yeah. Kind of like a big phone booth, innit? Is what I'd say.
So this is for the bread, right?
It's got to be for bread, or it looks like I can see some bread on the right hand side. It's got to be an oven for like making those fresh. You know when you go. Well, I do love a little freshly cooked thing. Yeah. So in an effort to understand the nature of the gruesome, it's now a murder.
We're really bad though. We're talking about someone getting cooked. We're like, fresh bread.
Yeah, but could you imagine how lovely that must smell as yeah. Actually, it probably would like smell in the store as well, wouldn't it?
Well, it would smell like
burning person.
Well, it would smell like bacon or something.
Yeah, it would. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might like it. Do you know what I mean? I love the smell of little bacon sunny. In an effort to understand the nature of the gruesome murder, current and former staff at Walmart have been weighing in about the appliance, showing the inner workings. Like I said, blah 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 blah. I would never be in here whether I'm cleaning it or not, she said. According to the employee, in order to lock the oven, you have to push the latch with all your might and pull the handle to the side and lock it in place. There's no way it's possible someone could lock themselves in there. So during the video, Breezy also said that Cora had been thrown into the oven by a second person. The plot thickens. Now, somebody could throw me in there and lock me in there, but that's a whole different scenario, she said. Another employee called Mary backed up that theory. Doesn't make any sense. The door doesn't close by itself. It doesn't latch, she said in a separate TikTok video. It's not designed to do that. You have to push it, hear the click. And in the video, an employee demonstrated how the door works and even pointed out an emergency latch on the side. And if a person pushed it, it would release. So Sean.
So did this? I'm just trying to think. Was this latch inside obvious? Because I'm not going to lie. If I had been thrown in, and got to think about this, if I was conscious still, because we don't know. If the person got thrown in, they might have hit their head. They might have already been drugged. They might have already been unconscious. You're not going to be looking for much if you're unconscious, right? But I feel like if I was still conscious and I got thrown in somewhere, I would be looking for said emergency latch, even if I didn't know that it existed. Because really, what else am I doing?
Yeah,
apart from
man.
Praying. If that's you're that way inclined.
I think like this is it's got to be, they got to be had a little knock on the head, I think, and then stuffed in the oven and turned on to get rid of evidence. That's what I'm thinking. Like, so someone did it to me, knock me on the head, fold me up, roll me into the oven, and turn it, because it gets rid of, like, say there's like bits of your jumper or whatever or stuff like that. That's what they must have done.
It depends how it depends how hot the oven is to bake off the DNA. I don't know the.
It's got to be pretty hot, Sean, man. An industrial oven, yeah, man. That's got to get hot to bake like 300 loaves of bread.
I know, but I suppose there's an optimum temperature for baking bread.
Yeah,
I don't know what that optimum temperature is, but
quite hot.
We're
I'm
going
gonna
to
say
go with quite hot.
Hot enough. I'll be honest. I don't think I'd want to have any part of my body in my normal size oven if I was cooking some bread.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man.
Should you cook bread?
No, it's one of the things I haven't. Do you want me to tell you something that makes me seem really old though?
Go on.
I do like making a jam.
A conserve.
A conserve. Yeah, jam or a chutney, bro. Once I get it good, consistent,
Okay.
I'll send you a jar, man. Get me? I owe you after all the jars of chili sauce that I've had over the years. That Moorish chili sauce, bro.
I'll have to speak to Mumsy about
I was
that.
going to say I'm due my quota, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm just dropping a little hint in there, innit? That delicious sauce. Anyway, right. A bit more of this story, then we'll move on.
Okay.
I'm not trying to theorize or form a conspiracy, says this person, just before they theorize and create a conspiracy. It's just hard to wrap my head around when Walmart's bakeries ovens are so safe to use, said Mary. The video has amassed 27 million views and has sparked an outpouring of responses from various Walmart employees across the nation. Police are still investigating the young woman's death and the Walmart will remain closed during the investigation. Authorities are looking at how the girl got trapped in the oven in the first place.
No cameras at this Walmart.
No cameras, right? But check this twist. The Daily Mail managed to get the call out recorded.
The 999 call.
Yeah. The dispatch call.
Sorry, the 911 call.
The dispatch call. What's your emergency?
And where is this? Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. According to this dispatcher, it was Kaur's mother. Sorry if I'm fucking up the name. Kaur. Kaur's mother, who worked alongside her daughter, who made the grisly discovery.
Oh, they both worked in the same place? Oh, right.
Yeah. Now, look.
That explains why the
If this was 30 years in the past, I would love to throw around crazy conspiracy theories, but because this is kind of happening a lot more closer to now, I will say that's a really weird coinky thing to find your own family member in. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. That is
that's gruesome, man.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, having your you should never have to see your child pass. That it's not the way the world's supposed to run in it. But also in like some sort of pyro or
it's not
CSI.
Yeah,
it's like an episode of CSI, isn't it?
I'm not gonna lie though, like and they do say this a lot in these police shows, which are obviously not documentaries, that you got to look at the family when something like that happens, and it's either a tragedy that the mum has to see that so early, or also
I feel like you're implying something, and I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. What?
I'm just saying, Sean. It just feels like it's a no, man.
It's a gruesome way.
There's a lot more that we need to learn about this. Do you know what, Sean? Honestly,
it's a gruesome way to go. Isn't it?
You know, people. Have you ever been asked drown or burn? Drown, bruv. Drown, man.
Yeah, you're probably right, but it's also
but burning, bro.
Oh yeah, but this is the thing. I'm like, do your nerve ending just get like bun off quickly and then you don't feel anything? I would say probably not, because I mean all the TV shows that I watch, people are screaming for a long time.
Yeah,
but
just inhaling hot breaths of flame. Nah, man, give me.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
I feel as long as she didn't do it, I feel very, very sorry for the mother in this scenario, and obviously the young lady who.
I don't think, even if I was like somewhere and I was visiting like a walk-in oven, it was just like, I don't think I'd ever get in a walk-in oven, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just say you're somewhere, they're like, hey, look at all our facilities. Like, hey, this is our walk-in oven. Anyone want to have a look inside?
Oh, latch is a bit dodgy. Don't worry about that.
Fuck that, bro. Forget that, bro.
Yeah, I'm not about. Not about close. Not about. I'm not about. I'm not claustrophobic, but I'm not about really small spaces for long periods of time. I'm all right.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that there's an opposite to claustrophobic, where people get like sexual arousal from being in really small spaces.
Oh, I thought the opposite would be scared of massive open spaces.
Oh, right.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah,
but I like the fact that your opposite is turned on. Yeah. That's your opposite. Scared, horny. Right? What's the opposite of scared? Fucking randy as fuck, mate. Halloween, man. Let's tell you, it's a two-sided coin for me. Ah! Oh. Is it or
I know. I only know this because I think it was an episode of something I watched.
Yeah.
I think it might have been CSI, I think it might have been.
So people get turned on by small spaces.
Yeah, like being in confined spaces. Yeah.
So they could.
I remember the beginning of the episode. The guy died in an orb.
Okay, right. Well, how big's the orb?
You know, like one of those.
Oh, the.
Is that the right term for them?
Yeah, the blow up Zorb, the orb ones. Yeah. So did he suffocate?
No, some Donny hit him whilst he was in the orb. He was like giving it large, and the guy was like, "Oh, is it?" And they just like mashing him up through the orb, and then like ended up like going out of the door and down the street, and ended up at someone's.
No way!
Yeah.
So, like in like a comedy kind of way, he rolled down the street.
Yeah, kind of a comedy way, except there was a dead body and there was lots of blood going around and around.
Really?
Well, inside the orb, innit?
How did they know he was turned on then?
Oh no, because they clocked afterwards that him and this other lady were. They had like an online presence where they would kind of go into like small spaces and people would pay to watch. They weren't actually doing anything uber sexual, but yeah, it's a thing supposedly.
Yeah, man. Well, the opposite of horny for you is the opposite of scary for you is horny. That's what I've taken away from that, bro.
I'm not even going to try and explain that.
It's agoraphobia, isn't it? Scared of going out of the house, isn't it? Like people that want to stay in their house. I don't know if that's like the opposite.
No, but I was about to ask if that was the exact opposite of. Is there something of being scared of just large spaces? Is that part of agoraphobia?
Maybe, I don't know. I'd love to. I'd look at it. I'd like to think so. It's close. I know agoraphobia means you want to stay in your house, innit? You don't like to leave your base. But I don't know if it's like if somebody was to put you at the top of a cliff and you were to like look out, or if someone put you in a field and you came around in a field, you go like, ah! I mean, it can, I suppose sometimes, you ever feel that feeling of insignificance when you're like in a really like scenic place at the top of a mountain or something and it's really open around you? I don't get anxious, but I feel like a feeling of insignificance of sorts. You get me?
Like if you were just bobbing in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
No.
That kind of stuff. So maybe it's related to that, like wanting to be around stuff.
It's a symptom of agoraphobia, the fear of large spaces.
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
And there you go, bro.
Oh no, people with agoraphobia may avoid new places and unfamiliar situations due to their fear anxiety. A different phobia is megalophobia, which is the fear of large objects.
Well, then you'd be scared of that oven.
You would be scared.
Because it's a large oven.
It is a large oven.
Yeah. It's a sad story, bro. But yeah, so that's our news story of the week. Have you got a story for me, Sean, that you'd like to share?
It's not quite as interesting, but it did tickle me slightly. And this is the story of Google being fined. Right? Doesn't sound too funny.
Okay.
Yeah, except when you see the amount that they were fined for.
How much are they fined for?
I'm going to go for it. 2 undecillion rubles. So that's 2, the number 2, followed by 36 zeros. Right, 36 zeros, which is, put in another way, an undecillion is a trillion times a trillion times a trillion.
So
I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think Google are going to pay. I know I'm just jumping the gun maybe slightly here. What do you think?
I mean, I can't believe that in our lifetime we've actually seen a real life version of Austin Powers. $1 bajillion.
You know what this is? This is the same as the thing where they're like, and we sentence you to 17 life sentences, and you're like,
what?
One would have sufficed, seeing as I am a human and probably only have the one.
Yeah. This is, like I think parking fines, right, in the UK where we live, right, in London, they're at a price point where they do this thing, and they do this with parking tickets everywhere. The parking ticket is officially £130, they say, but you pay 65.
This is really close to the bone because I got a parking ticket yesterday.
Yeah, and it hurts, innit? Because I fought a parking ticket once and I got it overturned. But I realised the amount of effort I put in was not £65. So you might as well just pay the 65. But also, it's not an amount where you park up somewhere and go, fuck it, I'll just pay 65 quid later and leave your car there. It's at that proper pinch point where it's an uncomfortable amount of money. £65 for me you can do a bit of something with that. You know,
yeah.
go out for tiny bit of food in London, couple of drinks, whatever. But you can do something with it. It's like an amount. It's not like 10 quid, right?
Yeah.
So, if a parking ticket was £1 million, I'd be like, fuck it, give me $1 million. I'm never paying it. If it was £10 million for a parking ticket, I'd be like, whatever, man. I'm not. All right, cool. Give me a parking ticket. Fuck it. Because I'm like, I'm not paying it, bruv. Or I'd be like, all right, I'll give you a few dollars every month towards it because I don't have 10 million in my bank account, cash ready to go. So I feel like this is too much. You need to, when you give someone a fine, it needs to be enough. The perfect fine is where you pay it reluctantly. That's what it is, because you get the money, but it upsets you. It's like bail. That's what we call it, bail, right? When you go into prison.
Yeah.
Bail is priced at what they think is an uncomfortable price for you, don't they? Like if you haven't got much, their bail could be £500. If you have a lot,
I think
100 grand.
I think they'll try and do like a percentage of
Yeah.
your net worth or what you have, something like that. Just
Whereas this fine here is a percentage of their net worth in 1,000 years' time.
Actually, that just popped into my mind. Wasn't there something before where for speeding fines they were going to give people they were going to fine people a percentage of their annual income or something?
I think they do that in Norway.
Was that
I'll Google it for you. Yeah. I'll do that.
So I will say this. The world's total GDP is estimated at $110 trillion. And Google, which owns YouTube, has a current stock market value of 2.16 trillion.
Okay.
So yeah, guessing they're not going to be stumping up.
Here's what I found.
Oh. But yeah, so they're not going to be paying it. It is in Finland. They do the day fine based on the offender's daily disposable income. A Finnish businessman got hit with a $121,000 speeding fine.
Wait, because that's how much he gets a day.
I will find out. We'll come back to your story if you want. I'll quickly get into this. So the chairman and founder of a 350 a year holding company said the speed in it changed suddenly from 70 to 50, where he was flash doing 82. All right, mate. And you get based on the severity of your offence and the offender's income. Police can check that instantly by connecting via their smartphones to a central taxpayers database. Efficient.
Wow.
So you can't be like, what do you do for a living? I'm janitor. I'm just dropping off my car for my boss. Like whatever. So a day fine is calculated on the offender's daily disposable income and it's at half of their daily net income. So basically, the more a driver is over the limit, the greater the number of day fines they receive. So you get a combo of fines and also a certain amount. So this breaks the last record, which was 63,000 in 2018. And then there was a guy who got 95,000. No, same guy got 95,000 fine in the same year as well.
Damn.
Wow. Equivalent to so the fine was equivalent to half his disposable income over 14 days.
What?
Yeah, for the second
Wait,
guy.
hold on. This guy in 2 weeks
So what I think they do is
gets more than because he got fined 100 and something grand, no?
Yeah, so I think what they in 2 weeks. So this is the second guy that I'm talking about.
So he's earning like $1 million a month.
Yeah, and so the second guy, so they give him 14 days where it's half.
So 2 weeks at 100 and something K. So he's earning what, $250 a month?
Yeah. No, he's earning
No, sorry, he's earning
400.
He's earning almost
$500,000. Yeah, about $500,000. Oh, maths is horrible. It doesn't matter right now.
I feel like my maths is just
about 400 grand a month people are making, and let's say he got fined a week of that because day fines are half, and he got fined 14 day fines. Still though, bro.
Yeah, but like he's pocket change for him.
Yeah. But that's it. A fine's got, but that's uncomfortable. That's the thing. Half is uncomfortable. Whatever in it. If you have a £5 and I take £2.50 of it, that's half a £5. £10. I'm doing very basic maths.
Half. They're fining you a quarter of your monthly wages.
Yes. Yeah. Still
a hit.
Still a hit. Yeah.
But
or half of 2 weeks' wages. But yeah, no, it is. It's a slap.
0.25.
17. But yeah, it's a slap though, isn't it? Yeah. But sorry, Sean.
No, I thought I should probably just say that the reason why is that Google hasn't restored YouTube accounts belonging to 17 Russian TV channels, according to Russia's RBC News.
Who would have put in this fine in place? Who would have put it in place?
I'm not even acknowledging that. It says, it claims a judge in the case said at a hearing on the 20th of October that he was considering a case in which there are many, many zeros. Google could reportedly only return to the Russian market if it complies with the court decision. Yeah.
So Russia's putting that in place, yeah? Cool.
I'm going to guess that Google were just going to turn around and go,
nah.
yeah, I guess we're not really going to go back into Russia anytime soon.
Same way the other way around when people like Russia, can you stop? And they're like, nah. No, you're right. I always wonder in films, right? Whenever you watch films, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what would I do? What would, if that character does it? Like, for example, horror films, I wouldn't run upstairs, run out of the house.
You walk slowly.
I'd walk slowly, yeah. I wouldn't. If I tripped over, I'd get up and not like go, and get killed. But, so whenever you watch a film and a rich person goes, there's a blank check, write down the number that you need and I'll make it happen. I'm like, blood, do you know how many numbers I'll be putting? It has like, zeros. I'll be like one.
Brewster's Millions or something like that? What was that?
Yeah. What was it?
Is it Brewster's Millions?
Was it? Is that what it
something
was?
Like that was that one where the kid makes his own like whole, like, it's kind of his Neverland in it, but yeah, for himself. And something like Brewster's Millions. Something like that.
Yeah, but I'd like,
correct me if I'm wrong.
But whenever like some guys like, here's a blank check, write a number on it, and it'll be in your bank tomorrow. I'm like,
I think there was a film called Blank Check as well.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Great. It sounds like a 90s banger.
Yeah, 100%. Straight to the point.
100%, Sean. I'm writing a number on there that's going to make you so uncomfortable. Like, so if it's like, even Bruce Wayne is next to me, I'm on a gazillion.
Yeah, but you need to make sure it doesn't bounce, because what's the point then? It's worthless if it bounces. So you got to be smart again. You see, got to be smart again. You got to. Don't be greedy, innit?
Yeah.
If it's like, if you know they've got like, if they've amassed a wealth of like 20 billion, I don't know. I will ask for like 500 mil in it. They're not going to feel it.
Reckon. So if Bruce Wayne sitting in front of you, a man that's got enough money to save the city of Gotham, but instead makes gadgets and tools to beat the shit out of poor people, what would you take? What would you write on your check? Your blank check.
Again, I wouldn't. I'm like, just 500 million. I'm not going to be greedy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't need unless I thought that was going to really do something good with that piece. Especially if I'm taking it from someone who's trying to make a difference, even though he's
doing it very violent way.
Mashing up poor people. Yeah. If I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to try and change the world, then I'll ask for a couple bill, couple of billions. See if I can, because like. You got to try and make a dent in it. With millions, you're not making a dent.
Nah, millions really is just, it's a bit of fun for you, isn't it? Really. I'll be like, look, I'll take $500,000. Give me the keys to the Batmobile on the weekends. That's all I'm saying, innit? I know crime never sleeps, but I'm sure you got another vehicle.
So 500k. 500k in cash, and you get to borrow the Batmobile on the weekend.
Think of all the parking fines he's going to have to pay that I'm running up over the weekend. I never have to pay for a service. I bet you have to pay for gas.
Or just ask for more than $500,000, then.
Yeah, they've got build my own Batmobile, own it and stuff. I just want to have a go on it, to be fair. Do you get me? Plus, we could slowly make friends over time, innit? Like, here's your keys. Oh, by the way, how's your week? Yeah, cool. And maybe we can be matey and stuff, and he might invite me out to like his restaurant, golf club, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like it keeps a connection between me and Batman there, innit? Plus, you got Batman's car in it, so man ain't really gonna mess with you. Hey,
I'm trying to work my way into the psyche of Marcus.
It's a very hard.
Take more than 500k.
Okay, 750 in the Batmobile, 900 in the Batmobile. You're not valuing the Batmobile,
huh?
Never having to pay for a car on the weekends again. Driving anywhere.
I'm not gonna lie. Having to pay for a car on the weekends is not really the top of my. The top of my list of things that I need to fix in my daily.
No, you're right though, bruv. But a Batmobile, Sean. You're not on board. All right, Sean. Right. All right, Sean. Your phone rings now. Your phone rings now.
I'm a petrol head.
Yeah, your phone rings now. Right. Somehow, look, just stay with me. I'm outside as well. I don't know how this works. I'm here, but I'm outside. Sean, I have the Batmobile. We're going for a road trip. We're gonna go for a couple of days. Are you coming with me and taking a few days off work?
I would be like, is it manual, bruv?
Yeah.
Is it petrol?
Is it manual, bruv? This is custom built out of this. This is basically a rocket. This is an F-16 flight thing with wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, but F-16s don't have gears, isn't it?
Boy, it's even more, bruv. The G-force on it.
He's busy like shooting people and stuff. It's probably automatic, isn't it?
Oh no, but it's got
boring.
It's got the fire at the back though. And you can talk to it.
Okay, you can go invisible and upside down.
Yeah.
But whilst I'm upside down and invisible, I'll be like,
change gear.
Oh, it's not manual, is it?
What? No dump valve. No dump valve.
There you go. Now you're speaking my language.
I do think though as well, like it'll be lots of quick bursts of fun, because something tells me that the fuel efficiency isn't really. It's not a hybrid, is
it's
it?
Probably like 4 mpg. You know, I'm glad it's not a hybrid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not putting I'm not putting as much weight into this borrowing of the Batmobile. Which, you know what? I'll take 50 billion and I'll make like 5, bro. I'll give you one.
Okay, that's cool.
I'll give you a Batmobile. I can't help with your relationship with Batman, because that's obviously something that you're really pining for. I can tell.
But like, what about like servicing? Like, what about fuel and stuff?
My local garage, bro.
All right, cool.
I'll do local garage, innit?
I'll do that, because I'm saying you gifted me a great car, but like I can't afford to run it.
Oh, so okay. So what you're saying is I need to gift you the car and keep up with all the servicing, and like I need to pay for your garage.
Yeah. Or you know, like when they give you those massive giveaways of like £100,000 worth of gifts, they actually give you storage as well for 6 months.
That's all right.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm saying, Sean. The better gift from you, if you had 500 billion or whatever it was, 50 billion or whatever, the better gift from you would be like letting me drive it on the weekends, which is why we've circled back.
All right.
To where we are.
Okay, so
you've got 5. Can I borrow one on the weekends?
Even if I had one,
yeah,
I would allow you to borrow.
That's
it,
true friendship, bro.
Like I would.
That's true, bro.
But if a rattlesnake bit me on the where you going, bruv? Wait, give me my Batmobile back.
That's got that motherfuckers lied to me.
I'll be there like, he's probably going to get some anti-venom.
Yeah.
He's definitely going. Any moment now.
Yeah.
Oh,
it burns.
Interesting. I know. I'm intrigued, because you were like, "Yo, someone wrote me a blank check, all the zeros," and then you were like, "Yeah, 500,000." What?
But you told me to be like not take the piss, because he might not have that much in his bank account. So you chastised me for asking for billions, and now you're chastising me for asking for 500,000 and borrowing a Batmobile.
Yeah, but it'd be somewhere in the middle, wouldn't it?
Where's it?
No, what I said was, is that you don't want the check to bounce. Also, if you were to befriend Batman, you wouldn't want to make him poor, because then like you're going to be asking him to borrow, and he's going to be like, "Oh mate, I wasn't able to keep up on the payments, and they took it."
All right, here's where my mind went. Right, so I'll try and walk this back. So in my mind, if I'm telling him I want this amount of money, something's happened that's bad, that's fractured our friendship in it. Something's happened where he owes me, like, because someone's hurt, like he's thrown a batarang and it's hit someone in the eye that I know, innit? Like like a stray batarang has hit someone, right? Or like it was someone in my family's first offense and he's beaten them up a bit too much. Like Batman, it should have just been a couple punches in it, not a 50 hit combo, right? Or something nefarious has gone on and I'm like leaning on him in it, and I'm like twisting his arm and I'm blackmailing him. So our friendship's going to be damaged. So we have to. It's a long road to recovery, that friendship, innit? So to do that, that's why the borrowed of the car comes from. Do you get me?
To mend the bridges that you've potentially burned by blackmailing him.
Yeah, by blackmailing him.
Batman. God almighty. Right, you're a complex creature, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, sometimes you've got to think through these things.
I'm just like, give me the peas and I'll split. Do you know what I mean? If he wants to keep in contact, he's like, I enjoy having a convo with Sean every now and again. Yeah. I don't know why I'd say that, but if he did, I'd be like, you know what, Batman? Because you've given me 500 billion, I'll allow you to give me a buzz every now and again if you're feeling a bit low or you want to have a little chin wag about something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm a nice guy, bro. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So humble, Sean. So humble. And that was our news story of the week. I believe before we go, Sean, we've got some would you rathers, right? Okay. Would you rathers
of the week?
I do like a would you rather. Right. Okay. Let's do this. Right. You ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay. First one. Oh, this is a tough one. Would you rather be forced to listen to the same 10 songs on repeat for the rest of your life, or forced to watch the same 5 movies on repeat for the rest of your life? That's a tough one.
I'll tell you where my heart goes straight away, Sean.
Okay.
My heart goes, if you do this right, you can get the best of both worlds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, Grease is a movie also a musical. Plenty of songs in there.
This guy's found the loophole already.
Plus, some movies like The Matrix has a banging soundtrack as well. And you know, in the credits, you hear like, you know, some Rage Against the Machine or something. You know what I mean? Venom's got an Eminem. So maybe a movie I could do, but having to watch the same visuals again and again, that could slowly turn you insane. You'd start noticing stuff.
How would you? But the music, like you wouldn't be able to enjoy an album.
Do you know what though? I think with music you could seriously. I think you could zone out. It could be on in the background, and you could just. But if you're sitting there and you have to watch something.
You zone out, but zoning out. You
never had a song on, and just as you're walking along and the song's finished.
I don't think anybody is forcing you to watch these 5 films. But you just. But if you ever decided to watch a film, you only have to pick of those 5.
So you go cinema and like with Magic, everyone's watching the new Venom, but you're just watching Grease.
No, you just can't get into the cinema. Do you know what I mean? Just bundle you
just
out.
Not allowed in.
Hey, we know your deal.
And whenever your friends watch TV, you walk in the room. Hey, what are you watching? TV turns off.
Literally.
Oh, yeah. Turn around, hear it turn on again. Yeah, I think honestly, I'd probably go for the same music because I love to have choice of what I watch, man. Watching stuff is my chill time. I have a very wide range of audio that I listen to, but TV time for me, that's relaxed time, man. Like could watch a cartoon.
I feel that this is going to be one that splits opinion.
Yeah.
Because I
sorry, opinion for being split.
I know.
I hope it doesn't hurt you too much.
I just don't think that I could. Like the way that I justified it was, I will just watch series instead.
But did it say movies?
It did say movies.
See, Sean, you're trying it. See what you're trying to do.
I'm trying it, but
you're trying it.
If they said movies and series, then it would be. Then I would have to think longer and harder about this.
There's nothing better than when you get a brand new season of something that's got like 5 seasons and 22 episodes each. You're like,
you know when you're jealous because someone else hasn't seen something, and you're like, oh my god, you got 5 seasons of this to watch.
Yeah, man.
Like, if only I just had the Men in Black.
Yeah, you could do it. I'd rinse that. My mind went back to when I first got into slow horses, and it was when I got COVID. The only time I got COVID. Yeah, and I had to stay inside, and I found it and just stuck it on, and I was like, "This is great."
Gold.
Yeah, so good. You know, it was so good. It made me forget I was not well. Do you know what I mean? Like you sit there and you're just like,
yeah.
And at the end of each episode, you're like, yeah, me. But yeah,
feeling a bit strange.
I felt a bit strange in my ways. So I'm going on. I'm going songs. I'm going to pick the music.
To give up.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm going to only listen to 10 same songs.
10 same songs.
So I can have.
Guys, let us know because I honestly feel that this one's going to split. Are you more of a music man or woman, or are you more of a?
It's wild because I love music. You know, I love music. I love audio.
Tough one. I'm gonna watch series from now on, and yeah, it'll be quite upsetting from time. But also, couldn't go to a rave,
go to a concert.
Couldn't go to a concert. That for me would be not being able to go and watch live music, unless I paid them to play the 5 songs.
See, at the opera, they're not like us. They're not like us.
Oh dear. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah, go on.
Stop. Would you rather have to write everything you say out by hand, or only be able to speak in rhymes? So if you're like, oh, hey, what's going on, Sean? Oh, need to get pen and paper and write it down. Hey, what's going on?
And you have to hold it up.
I don't say you have to hold it up, but anything that you say, you have to write down.
Oh, I thought it means that you can't talk.
No, it just means that you can talk, but everything you say, you have to write down.
Damn.
Or you just speak in rhymes all the time.
Wouldn't be a crime.
Wouldn't. Without a sign.
Every line.
Every line.
Every time.
Every time, every line.
So if you see a sign, or if you're like, that's mine.
Yeah, whatever's fine.
You might have to mime.
You can tell that we are not freestylers.
If you're Harry Mack, you're like light work.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, that's the projector. I'm not an actor. You just fucking kill it. I hate writing, but I think do you imagine how fucking annoying you would be if you rhymed everything? Like
really annoying.
You would be a lot more annoying than you are right now.
No, but then you're trying to hold a conversation. What was that? I missed that. What did you say?
I said you'd be a lot more annoying than you are right now.
I'll take that. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, but you'd like everything though. Like you'd be chilling. Like imagine that. Like you like climbed up Mount Everest with the team. Like all of us climbed up Mount Everest at base camp. We're looking out and you're like, such a scenic view. And then the person has to run and be like, I've seen more than one or two, but this one with the guys that are you.
Let's climb down the mountain, have a cold brew.
You'd be like, you stop fucking doing that. I don't know.
I shall try, but I will probably die.
I don't know what's worse, having to write everything or being hit with this curse. I don't know, bro. Yeah.
But then also it'd be difficult to hold a conversation if you either had to remember everything that you said or you'd have to write it down as you went along. You'd be like,
it's a nightmare.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
Yeah. Do you know what though? You'd be a sick MC though, bro. They just put you in a booth with a beat and ask you to talk about something. You could just spit bars forever and
that's
ever.
what I'm like
Lil Wayne.
I'm after. Yeah,
write anything.
After like 15 years, you'll be Harry Mack level, and you could just talk in rhyme.
Bro, you'd be at Harry Mack level immediately. Everything you say rhymes. I would presume.
Yeah, but I would say that he the amount of work that he's put in.
Yeah.
Not immediately. Immediately? Really? Immediately.
I mean, this is a world where I feel like, yeah, you're blessed with this immediately.
No, you're not blessed with anything. You have
to think of the rhyme as well. That's hard. Or you imagine you have to think of the rhyme and you can't talk.
The rhyme just...
Yeah, I think you just speak in rhymes.
Oh, no, bro. Have you got, like, if you were like, you have to be like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? Oh, shit. You have to think of a rhyme.
So if someone's like, do you want, what do you think of philanthropy? You're just like...
I'll be like, hey, B, how you doing? Seems like there's some upset that's a brewing. I don't know.
Bro, that's hard, man. So I'd just be stumped. Do you know what? I'd probably be volunteer mute. Just be like, pff.
Either way, you would think about what you said before you said it.
You would.
But even more so, if you had to write everything down, you'd be like,
yeah,
can't be asked.
I don't know if I'd want the evidence of everything I said. Yeah,
yeah, there is that as well. Receipts for everything.
Yeah, can't be asked like Lord of the Rings. The word from your lips cannot pass. Hey, you'd be so annoying, bro. Then it's like, do you want a croissant? How do you? I don't know that. Someday I'm just like, we give that to me. I don't know.
It would be. Yeah.
Imagine first date. And everything you say rhymes, you're giving someone the ick straight away.
No, but you would have to tell people immediately off the bat, innit?
I don't know if you know it,
I'm sorry if this
forced to be a poet.
No, but you have to be like, I'm sorry if this is going to spoil our time, but every time I talk, I have to speak in rhyme.
Check, please. And I'll be like,
hello?
Oh, man, the amount of times I can probably count to 10. She's cancelled the date again.
But then otherwise, yeah, you bring a notepad, you'd be like, oh, hey, what's your name?
That's a first date killer as well. Someone's taking notes at your date.
Again,
what are you trying to catch me for? So what do you like doing with your own time? So what do you like doing with your own time? Nah, bro. You like a Fed. Make a great detective.
You would. Oh, God.
Or what if you say a lot of words and then you have to stay behind and do the homework that is write the words that you've said?
Yeah, but this is the thing I'm thinking is that how would you remember all of those? And what happens if you don't remember what you've
just can't talk
ever again?
Yeah, done.
Oh my days! That's the punishment. That
yeah.
Is. But then what happens if you don't talk in rhyme? That you don't talk. Oh.
You can't talk. I would say if we're gonna add some magic into this, if you can't rhyme it, you just can't say it. And then as soon as you talk, you start writing, and you can't move on until your writing's done.
Okay. I'm gonna. Damn it.
I'm gonna go for the rhyme. I'm
gonna go for the rhyme as well.
Absolutely hated.
Gonna be
by everyone.
Just that guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
I just have to get.
He's the kind of person that if you were like in a group and someone came along and started doing magic, people will be like, "Oh, thank God." I had to put up with this guy for the past half an hour.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go with rhyme. Oh, guys, let us know. I feel, again, this is going to divide opinions because there's going to be some people who will just be like, I can document. Everything that I say is profound. I should be documenting everything I say.
Oh, I thought you were going to rhyme.
People in the future will see my scribbles and think,
man of very few words.
Wrote this.
Stoic man of very few words. You are so humble today, you know. So humble.
I was actually doing 50 Cent bars, right?
Yeah. You got another one before we bounce?
I do indeed. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your besties? Gonna mic drop.
That's a toughie one. That's a toughie. A rom-com with your enemies.
Yeah, with your ops.
With the thing is though, in a rom-com, there are always ops anyway, right? So there's always like in a rom-com, there's always like the one working against you, trying to like.
Oh, I'm gonna put it out there.
Where am I? That's the thing. Am I the main protagonist here? Because the main protagonist wins at the end.
Oh no, I'm gonna say this right. You're the other half. The person that is the person that you get with in the rom-com is one of your ops.
Oh, so you've got to like. Oh, so it's kind of like that Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Aniston kind of they're together but hate each other kind of energy. Hate each other but fancy each other. Or Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, that kind of energy.
That was a good film.
Hate them and love yeah, the chemistry was, it was almost as if the chemistry was real.
I know, crazy, right?
You could sort of, yeah, man.
Acting. God.
Actors, man. Sometimes they really get into it, man. Couldn't even tell. For me, it's one of those films I couldn't even tell that between the difference between real life.
It almost seemed genuine.
Yeah. So
crazy.
You'd have to sleep with someone. I don't know why I've gone straight for sleep, but get with someone. Try and get with someone.
Bro,
that you
this
hate.
is for eternity.
Jesus Christ.
You're stuck. Do you want to be stuck with all of the people that you don't like?
But it's a nice, joyous rom-com. I'm thinking maybe a Christmas setting. So, you hate them, but at least there's like mulled wine.
And on the other hand,
Christmas music.
Horror film.
Forever.
Tense. Tense.
The stress. And for the rest of my life, stress. So even though we're busting...
All your Donnies are there, innit?
Yeah. We probably...
And if it was us, eternity, you can't die, because otherwise you won't be there anymore, right?
Fair enough. So you could get murdered forever. If it was us lot, I'd be like...
How would you feel about getting murdered forever? That doesn't sound appealing.
I'd be like, let's fuck up this. We'd chill and be like, let's sharpen up some knives. Let's go hunting.
Let's go stab this ghost.
Yeah, let's go punch this ghost up. People trying to rock bottom a ghost.
I found out a new word for ghost today. I didn't know the word wraith. Are you aware of the word wraith? W-R-A-I-T-H.
The only reason I do know that word is because of Rolls Royce. Phantom. Wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I never put that together.
Yeah, they use Ghost as well. There is a Ghost, isn't it? There is one that's called a Ghost, I believe. There's a model. I don't know, but yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But the Wraith and the Phantom, So, what is a Wraith specifically, though?
It's a ghost.
Sounds like they give you a bit of
ghostly... it's like ghostly figure. Let's see. A ghost or ghost-like image of someone, especially one seen shortly before or after their death.
Okay. So it's like one of them, could be one of them.
Souls leaving your body, one of them ones.
So if it's a horror movie with you lot, I mean, I'll be honest, I've been in some horror movies with you guys in real life. And we've all come out the other side with fun stories to tell. So I think if I'm gonna have a bad time, I'd rather have a bad time with my mates than a good time with my enemies.
I'm with you 100%.
That's the summary, Sean.
I'm with you 100%, bro. 100%.
Because I think with us lot, we could sit in an empty room with, I don't know. There's a can of liquid death on the table with a can of liquid death, and we'd make that into a game. More than one game. There'd be a Premier League. There'd be a league, there'd be a tournament, and we'd have a laugh along the way.
In my brain, we would turn the horror film into something else, and whoever is the master of this would be like, is this supposed to be a horror film?
Whoever dies first is a dickhead, bro. You're a dickhead if you die, bro.
He's getting murdered or running up to him.
Put a post-it note on someone's back,
thing
stab me first.
You know, the worst thing is, I already have in my head who's getting stabbed first. And he's a Liverpool fan.
Oh man. Bro, someone's shoelace is getting tied together. We're going to hide someone's shoes.
100%. I've got Velcro. I'm coming to the horror film with Velcro.
Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, I'm on like stag do level awareness, and I'm the stag. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on this one.
Yeah, man.
Tell us what you think. Would you rather be trapped in a horror film with your best friends or in a rom-com with your ops?
Exactly. And feel free to fire over your would you rather to jokes at howtokillanhour.com.
Oh yeah, if you've got some good would you rathers.
Yeah,
We do enjoy a good would you rather.
Anyway, Sean, end of the show, bro. Got to get out of here, man. It's been a good old vibe. We've had all of the weeks
We have indeed.
as well. We have got some punishment coming up as well. If you don't know what that is, jokes at howtokillanhour.com is where you send your stuff over, like we just said. At howtokillanhour on all socials. I'm at Marcus Bronzy. Where can we find you, Sean?
Nowhere at all.
There you go. I think you're living the best way, bro. Thank you very much. We'll be in your ear hole soon. Yeah, thanks for supporting, man.
Bless.
Peace.